Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Griftlands, where something about the sunlight here feels murky and thick, like a sludge tide. I kind of feel that way about all sunlight, if I'm honest. But there's no use sleeping in. You only just got back in the Griftlands, and already you've made yourself an enemy too powerful to ignore. I sort of showed up with an enemy too powerful to ignore. Nothing for it but to forge ahead and hope you can make some allies to match. That does sound like a good plan. When you come out of your room in the morning, Fish looks noticeably uncomfortable. Hey, Sal, you have a visitor. Oh? Hey, this is a good setup you have here. Actually, his face was pretty not mean, uncharacteristically not mean there. I think this is a genuine compliment. Booby traps, and Fish with her eye on the door. Not bad for a Derek. Yeah, nice to see you too, Nadan. You want a drink? Maybe next time. Time for you to prove your worth. I've got a big job for you tonight. It needs your full attention, so come to me when you're ready to focus. You do this, and do it right. Hesh, I'll help you take down Cascio myself. So, tomorrow's the big day, is it? You better get ready for it. I've got a couple more jobs you can do to prepare. You know, in case you need to, level up your combat tactics or something. Find me when the sun goes down, and I'll tell you what you need to know. Okay, pretty straightforward, I guess. Hey there, Brenna, what's your deal? Brenna flashes you a complicated hand signal, and then watches you expectantly. Can I help you? Sorry, I keep forgetting where I am. I take it you've never been to Grap Bog? Actually, I was born there. Bad memories. Oh, sure, those are our primary export. But you made it out, which means you might just be exactly who I'm looking for. How do you feel about a bit of light smuggling? Okay, I have some questions about that. So if I share a drink with you... first of all, I get a discount, because, you know, drinking at Fish's place. We get a like, but I don't exactly know what to make of that, necessarily. Let me ask you some questions. What was that weird salute all about? The Rise is working to liberate the workers, so we have to be discreet around the Spark Barons. The signal helps us tell friend from foe. Or at least it does in the bog. Here it just makes us look silly. Yeah, I hope that's working out for you. Didn't go so well the last time, in my recollection. You were there for that? I don't remember much of how it started, but I sure remember how it ended. That's grim. So is it light smuggling because the cargo ain't heavy, or because the law-breaking aspect is kind of ambiguous? No, the second one. The first one depends on how strong you are, I guess. And what brings you here? You got a day pass or something? Ha! Not bloody likely. I've been brought along as part of the Baron's entourage. They need a laborer like me to do the heavy lifting. Ah, now I see where the smuggling comes in. So the Spark Barons still hold dominion in Grap Bog, huh? Kind of expected the cult might have kicked him out by now. Nope, treaty's intact. Though the Barons certainly know they can use the cult as a threat to keep us in line. Things are bad. You know, we could probably use someone like you on our side. Once was enough, thanks. But good luck. And I mean that. You know anyone by the name of Vapin, or Ekta, or maybe Prindo? Never heard of the first two. But how do you know Prindo Kalandra? We were friends way back when? She's still alive? And kicking. Often, literally. Okay, hold it. Whatever you're involved with, don't say anything that might get her in trouble. I can get a message to her if you want, when I go back. No, I wouldn't even know what to say. I miss you is a good start, in my experience. Can we just change the subject, please? How about the job? How about this job? Let's talk. Just a simple sale. I got goods worth unloading, and leads who want to buy. Only problem is, I've been made. There's Spark Barons here in Murder Bay who would definitely recognize me. I need you to approach the buyers on my behalf. Convince them to come to me so we can close the deal. Okay, that sounds suspiciously doable. I'm in. It'll be fun to stick it to the barons, you know, for old time's sake. The fact is, Sal doesn't get along with anybody. Sure, I mean, if you're not having fun, what's the point, right? Alright, here's where to meet me once you make contact with the buyer. Alright. There's Aloe just drinking over there. Can I could provoke her into attacking us here in Fish's place, and then we could just put her down. Is it still the case that... Yeah, we're still neutral with the Longwy. He hasn't begun to respect me yet. I'm gonna do it. This is how I'm starting my day. Hey, Aloe. I hear you've been talking about me. That's what the boon represents, I think. Or the bane, rather. Yeah, maybe I have, Grifter. Are you always this ugly, or is it just the lighting? Hey, Fish, the lighting in here sucks. You say that again. I dare you. I'll say it, all right. So, we have to insult Aloe enough to provoke her to attack us. So I need to actually play those insult cards. I should have had a look at those before putting them away. So, remove this card for the rest of the negotiation. Expend all non-hostility cards in hand. Gain 1 dominance per card expended. Okay, so it seems pretty straightforward. The goal here is still to just burn her resolve. Well, here's how I feel about this. You know what? Let's open with a visionary fast talk. Maybe we'll draw a card that feels relevant. That's interesting. I mean, I don't really need this influence. I don't care too much if it gets blown up. But a lot of this damage is going to overflow back onto my face. So I think we're going to not play the Caprice. Man, I sure do want to get that XP out, though. You know what? I'm going to play this, even though it's not particularly good. I guess we're going to take Veiled Anger. This just makes the card that we play from it 1 cheaper, right? Oh wait, where's the text of the actual Caprice? There it is. Yeah, it costs 1 less, so we won't be able to bulldoze. Alright, I'm just gonna throw up Veiled Anger. It is important to make sure we're leveling our cards, right? Wow, that was pretty alright. So expend all non-hostility cards in hand. I don't really want to expend a lot of these cards. Here, let's open with this. Show me the card. Okay. Well, none of these are awesome. I guess we'll take the Veiled Anger. With the dominance and everything, it does seem pretty good. Also, these are some very high damage intents. Okay, we definitely have to get rid of Interrogate. That is for sure. Let's do this. Okay. That makes my life a lot easier. Now... God, we're gonna get moderately blown up here. Yeah, this is just kind of ugly. We're gonna take a lot of damage. Well, at least we managed to protect the planted evidence, right? Aloe is not buying it. Well, I guess let's second wind. So we have 10,000 actions, and then we'll just improvise something from our discard pile. Oh, I don't know, that seems pretty alright. Play double wanted. And then bulldoze. And this is just a 0-cost attack. I'm not getting any dominance off of it, but it's fine by me. Yeah, this is gonna hurt. But we'll get her next turn. It's just gonna hurt. Alright, it's fine. We'll get in some fights, we'll earn our resolve back. The old-fashioned way. Through murder. Alright, I am going to use this to burn a green card. More insults. Always insults. That's it, we're fighting. This is a weird thing to yell at somebody as you begin to fight them. Your enemies will not surrender and are ready to fight to the death, and I'm allowed to murder her. There will be no consequences for committing a murder in this circumstance. Huzzah! Okay, so... let's go ahead and throw down the Shadow Mastery. And then, like, there's a question here. Do I want to just immediately adapt and get a ton of adrenaline? We'll only have one action left on the other side of it. Doesn't seem great. Let's take this. We'll throw up some bleed. And elbow strike just to level it. And I don't think we're going to spend our flourish on this, probably. She's not that tough. Alright, well, we got boosted stringer. So let's start with the fight dirty. Let's figure out what we're pulling off of this. Ah, the upgraded enrage thing costs 0. That's nice. We can also apply 3 wounds. It's probably this is the right play, right? Let's feed a little bit of bonus damage to Bort's Fury. And then a little bit of the old focused Bedlam. Drawing a card is somewhat unlikely to actually help us here, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and do the stab. I will discard, I don't know, this. That's a pretty respectable amount of damage, right? And she hardly gets through to me at all. In fact, I almost killed her with the counterattack. So let's play Scatter just to generate some XP here. Slice is definitely more important, but this will actually level the stab up immediately, so let's do that. Alright, that'll get rid of a Bane. Winning a battle has restored 4 of my resolve. Really good expenditure of our resources here. We have stolen her Admiralty requisition. Got ourselves a little bit of XP. Yeah, definitely gonna take Strike of Clarity. An elbow strike that discards itself. What better card could there possibly be? And do we want any of this? Double the panic meter of all fighters is pretty cool. And you can see as you get later and later in the campaign, the cards come with more XP, so you still have time to see them actually get leveled up. I don't think we actually want any of this. I'm gonna just go ahead and burn it. Aloe is dead, and so is the grudge she held against you. Hooray! Hey Fish, how you doing? Fish contorts her mouth into the facsimile of a smile as you approach. Oh, do I not? She's an indicator above her head, but I thought the indicator above her head was yellow because she had a quest for us. Never mind, we have a job already. So the Rise are looking for buyers for some stolen Spark Baron technology. I guess let's go... we're picking completely blind here, right? Hey, it's Cash. We've met Cash before. I don't remember what the circumstances were. You've returned. Yeah, word is, you're in the market for some goods from Grout Bog. I'd like to facilitate that exchange. Ah, I see. That means you're one of those... what are they called? Rise, and no, I'm not. I'm just an honest grifter, collecting a paycheck for services rendered. Look, you interested or not? How do I know this is legit? This could be a trick by the Barons. Hesh knows they wouldn't pass up an opportunity to make trouble. Well, I guess I'm just going to have to use my incredible negotiation skills. He has 58 resolve. I am concerned. This close to the auction? Come on, they have bigger fish to fry. You know, the ones with the funny hats. Okay, so he's got some bonus metal on the table as well, and he's going to be feeding us kickback garbage. Well, you know, this is actually a pretty okay time for Stone Fast Talk. And then Wide Deflection, because I sure would love to not take tons of damage. Get ourselves some dominance to work with. Maybe it would be better for me to focus on actually winning the fight, but like, I want all that metal. Look at all the tokens. Okay, so how do I want to manage this? If I'm gonna play Bulldoze, do I want to play it before the Unstable? Because the Unstable could potentially blow something up. I think I'm gonna do that, and I definitely do want to play the Bulldoze. I love to level up my cards. Okay, that didn't quite work out the way I wanted. A random card in hand costs an additional 10 shills this negotiation. I didn't notice that it had put that on my Unstable until after I had already clicked to play it. That's annoying. Please don't do that. Alright, let's Drain Resolve this. That's enough that Bort will finish it off. And then, unfortunately, there's just not much we're likely to be able to do about all this damage, and also all my dominance. We could try Promoted Thinking and hope to get, like, a source of... hope to get the card that does, bait. Is there anything else we could pull that would be meaningful? Not really, right? There's nothing that we draw off of that is going to give us 6 resolve, which is what it would take to actually save that. So I think I might just go ahead and do Visionary Threaten instead. Alright, that was good. Not max damage. We'll be able to get rid of this. Yep, and that hurts. Okay, extra card draw. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool thing. What got the pay 10 shills? Of course it was Caprice. Of course it was the best card that could have. Alright, well. I'm gonna go ahead and play it anyway. Just wringing all my money out of me. Alright, I'll take the Evil Eye. So we're about to play Tall Oppress. This really increases the potential damage output of this card, right? I'm definitely gonna blow that up. Get ourselves a little bit of dominance here. And then if we play... Boy, I really don't need the actions off of Second Wind. We're going to play it because there's no reason not to, but boy do we not need it. I'm debating whether I want to blow this thing up or if we should just throw up the wanted posters and start working on that. Let's throw up the wanted posters, but destroy this thing first. Okay, Solid Erupt. Let's just get a couple of actions, and then do I want to pay some money here? I really don't. I really don't. It's kind of it's a bummer that those are sort of crapping up my hand, and they're going to continue crapping up our deck. This is no good. So we have to pay 15 shills to expend this, or if we just end our turn with it in our hand, we get totally wrecked. This guy's got a real wringing all of your dollars out of you theme. Oh, also, we drew both of them immediately. Well, that's fun. Let's open with Promoted Thinking. Nah, I was really hoping we were going to draw something that would give us the opportunity to discard some stuff. Well... 3 Composure on 2 random friendly arguments would not be enough to make this survive. Maybe we just throw in the vulnerability. We could deploy bait. Then at least we keep this. I mean, this is pretty important, right? We need the extra actions. Yeah, alright. This is going to mean that I'm taking more damage, because the damage is going to overflow off of the bait. But I also think we kind of need to do it. So, Bulldoze plays really well with Bounty Hunter. I'm going to put these down. Then we're going to... No, wait, sorry. We're going to Hostile Instincts for free to get Obtuse. Blow one of these up to earn us back in action. And then the question is, no, this is not a question. I'm going to go ahead and play Caprice. I was kind of nervous because this is going to put us on only one action, which is not enough to pay off the bad deals in case we do have to. But we could always kick back for free to pay off the bad deals. Overbear is pretty solid here, actually. Pretty excellent, in fact. Let's go ahead and play us a free Overbear. That could not have gone better. Overbear is, like, very fun in our deck. Ooh, a craft upgrade. I forgot that they did this. Whenever you draw a status card, draw a card, 50% chance to expend the status card. Interesting. So this is sort of based on an assumption that the status card is negative. We're in an unusual situation since we went for this whole murder thing, where I actually really like our status cards and I want them around. So I'm not going to take the upgrade. We're just going to leave that capped out. Most status cards are negative, right? The ones that enemies give you and stuff. Okay, so do we want it to give us a dominance or to gain us 4 composure when we play it? A composure gain on a thing you're only going to play once, I think, is a little bit less compelling. Erupt, evoke it more easily, or cause it to do 1 extra damage. I mean, we're honestly not having a problem evoking it. Pale Wind becomes free, or Visionary Wind draws you a card. I like that. We usually don't, it doesn't matter that it costs us an action on a card that gives you as many actions as that routinely gives us. And it is interesting that, like, this card is better in a deck that's too big for like optimal play. Do we want to brainstorm? We're certainly entering situations here where we just have tons and tons of actions between Bulldoze and Wind. I'm going to take it. Let's add a Brainstorm. Trust me, it's the Rise. Nothing but liberate this and manumission that. It's exhausting. I suppose you have a point. Very well, lead on. Alright, our resolve is bad. I need to fight some stuff. I need some help. Or we could go drinking. I think drinking restores resolve as well. You arrive at the Rise camp. So where's the stuff? Ah, we meet at last. Let me show you what we have. Sal, keep an eye out for trouble, will you? Cash and Brenna retreat into a tent. You can just barely hear their muffled deliberations through the canvas. The haggling goes on for quite some time. You scan the surrounding trees for threats. After a time, Cash bursts from the tent. What a waste of time. They quote one price, then charge another. I'd be surprised if any of their stuff worked at all. Okay, it feels to me like we're maybe not going to get paid if he storms off like that. Let's just push on him a little bit here. So, you're just going to walk away empty-handed? Alright. We did win the last battle, but it was expensive. And I'm definitely concerned that it's going to be the case again. Alright, let's do this. I mean, we'll throw up the wide deflection. There's no reason not to. Visionary fast talk a little bit earlier in the turn probably would have been smart. Okay. Free Dominant Bulldoze is actually bananas. That was a really good pull. Do I want to do a very small amount of damage in order to not take any damage myself? We're at low enough health that I wonder if maybe that is the right play. We're about to have our Flourish up, and I am absolutely willing to use it here. But this is so much damage, and this is I'm only going to lose 2 resolve. Yeah, let's just... Ending the fight is a pretty good way to win. And in fact, I could just Flourish him now, I suppose? No, I'm gonna save it for a situation where the downside is more than 2 damage. I'm sure one will present itself. Alright, I'm pretty bummed out that we don't have Bounty Hunter. Damn it, I'm gonna pay the 10 shills. Show me something of value here. Okay, Brainstorm is something of value. Alright, there we go. That's what I wanted. Get the bounty hunter established. Now, Overbear is extremely good and fun. We should probably play Wind. And then I don't... Maybe I want to play the Oppress. It'll cost us a copy of Overbear, but it'll also get us a Dominance. Yeah, I think that's likely worthwhile. We have 3 actions. I'm wondering if I should ergo first, just to see what we're gonna get. Or do I want to... You know what? I want a Caprice instead. Okay. A free cast Overbear. That's reasonable. I would prefer to use this one for leveling purposes. Alright, let's fire the Oppress. I definitely want this to go off. Go ahead and lose a copy of Overbear. Pretty solid. That seems pretty okay. Our interior drill also might level up. At the start of your turn, reduce the cost of a random card in your hand by 2 until played. Yes, I will take the upgrade. Thank you. I'm very excited about this. So, improvise plus 2 random hostility cards, but the cost goes up to 2. That seems very powerful, though. Take 2 cards out of 5, and you pay the 2 actions that you're discounting them by, or get a random upgraded card. I think these are both really interesting. I'm gonna take boosted Caprice, but yeah, I think those are both potentially really interesting. And Tall Oppress. I don't know, maybe boosted Oppress is actually smart because like the 0 to 3 looks really constraining, but if you think about it, there's often so much dominance on the field that you have some guaranteed damage anyway, and we have a reliable source of 2 resolve arguments to plant on our opponent's side of the field. So yeah, actually maybe I made an error there. This is pretty cool. It's not part of our combo, but it is a card that you just play once and then it's out of your hand. Yeah, or out of your deck, rather. I'm going to take that. Listen, if you don't act now, the goods will get scooped up by the cult and squirreled away in Supplicant City. I guess that's a fair point. I suppose I can go a little over budget. Besides, who doesn't love David Bowie, right? Cash goes back in the tent. After some shouting, Brenna comes out. Thanks for the help. I think this is going to work. I'll be here in the bay for a couple of days wrapping up business. If you're looking for exotic goods from the bog, feel free to drop by. Okay. Got extremely paid and also a ton of metal. And quest bonus restoration. Yeah, definitely need that resolve. Okay, all of a sudden I'm feeling like I'm making the right decisions out here. So what exactly can I buy from you? First of all, hold on a second. Autodog. You can only have 1 pet, but an Autodog seems like a pretty good kind of pet. Maybe like 2nd tier, right below a Lumicite, obviously. Stuns metallic enemies. That's interesting. While this is in hand, item cards cost 0. That's really cool if you're going into sort of a utility belt strategy. While this is in your hand, gain 1 temporary power whenever you draw a card. Wow. Man, that's super cool. Do I want that? It's really it's gonna matter a lot when you draw it, obviously, but we have so many draw and discard effects. I'm gonna take this. I think that is worth... Boy, our combat deck is getting huge, though. I don't know. Perhaps I should be more concerned about that than I am. Okay, lots of stuff lighting up here. So, there is a challenging quest here that gives a graft, a free graft. We could go get a sequencer and some money, burn a card and some money. That honestly is maybe good, but also, this is a free graft. Let's do it. Sitting conspicuously by the side of the road, you notice an old shrine. It doesn't look Hessian. That is conspicuous. So we can burn a negotiation card or upgrade a negotiation card. Let me have a look at my negotiation deck. Do we have anything that's, like, really cool and powerful, but that is quite far away from a level? This Caprice, honestly. I'm gonna take that. Okay, so it's the same upgrade options. I think I'm gonna do the same thing with it. It's just like getting access to more upgraded cards is so powerful. You place a hand on the worn pedestal and take a moment to reflect on the here and now. Guess even old gods die eventually, huh? Surprisingly, the notion brings you comfort. You spend the rest of your walk mulling it over. You know, gods, they're just like us. Very comforting notion. What Radana has sacrificed in scruples, he's made up for in passive aggression. Oh, lovely. Well met, traveler. He does have... Okay, so we can buy, like, basic Admiralty cards from him. Radana looks up from his clipboard as you approach. Word is you're looking for a grifter. I don't know how I heard that, but that's the word. The Admiralty needs something taken care of, yes. Oh, sounds official. Don't you people have goons for that? We do, but this mission is of a sensitive nature. I can't trust our people to do it. Well, now this sounds lucrative. One of our own, Sandrano, has gone rogue out in the wilderness. Do I know Sandrano? No, no previous relation. We sent an Admiralty team to bring him back in, but they were compromised. Now Sandrano is holed up somewhere out there in the wilderness, operating beyond the pale of any acceptable conduct, still commanding troops. I want you to find Sandrano and terminate his command. Okay. This sounds like it could be challenging indeed. Fortunately, I got all these knives. I'll do it. Good. A member of the compromised team has been spotted back in Murder Bay. Find him and get Sandrano's location and infiltrate it. And bring Sandrano back? No, just bring back his badge. His remains can belong to the wilderness. Alright, you're speaking my language here. Ah, this is a take no prisoners kind of situation. Got it. Ah, that's right, we do have the ability to negotiate for better pay, thanks to Shell. We haven't actually had an opportunity to use this yet. I'm going to use it now. I mean, obviously, this sounds really dangerous. I'm going to need more money. Alright, so, if we were to just win the battle right now, we would get 10 additional shills. For each one of these things that we destroy, it'll add more money to our bonus. There's 99 stacks here, 63 here. There's also quite a lot of metal available. That's interesting. Let's open with Tactical Mind, of course. So you're gonna deploy 2 arguments and do 9 damage to me. I might just go ahead and flourish. Yeah, I'm just gonna burn those intents. No thanks. So, reduced by 25% at the end of your turn. So I do want to blow these up quickly. Let's go Boosted Threaten. I'm going to try to blow this one up, obviously. I do want the metal, but I want the shills more, I think. Okay, come on. Alright. Okay. It would be a good idea to win the battle. Honestly, to a certain extent, I don't even know that I have a lot of control over when we're going to win this battle. It's just going to happen the way it happens, I think. Boosted Caprice evokes when any argument is removed or destroyed. It just draws me a card. Well, I mean, we're certainly going to do some of that here. It's a weird one. Alright, so we can Incept 2 Wanted and then use a Drain Resolve to pop one of them. I'm definitely going to Wide Deflection. So we won't end up taking that much, right? It'll take... This thing will lose 7 damage cutting through... through Bort's contribution to the conversation, and then it'll spend the other 5 on my Resolve. So we're not in a big hurry to get out of the battle. Let's go ahead and do that. And I really wish that I could spend more resources on these. I guess if I do this, he loses immediately. Yeah, alright, let's focus our damage elsewhere for the moment. I do at the very least want to make sure we're getting full shills here. Okay. Overbear is definitely a thing I wanted to see. We have a free version of Boosted Caprice, so of course let's play it. How much dominance do I have right now? None. So this doesn't seem necessarily ideal. Yeah, none of these are exactly what I wanted. I want to make sure that we're destroying this, and I would love to get that down. But I've sort of covered the field with mines here, haven't I? Alright, let's... We could ergo something. Let's do that. Okay, that's what I was hoping we would draw. We'll get a little bit of dominance this way. We're gonna throw up this overbear, and it's gonna do just a terrifying amount of damage. Uh, 0 to 2 damage and gain me some composure. It's probably not even worth playing, right? I want to try to get through this if we can. Alright, that's a pretty good start, actually. And then, like, my concern is when I play when I play unstable, it might immediately end the fight. Well, I guess, actually, with you having 5 composure, a random hit on a bounty isn't necessarily going to kill you. Alright, I'm going to play unstable, and then we're going to overbear. Oh, that's beautiful. What a good draw. Alright, I wanted to make sure we were going to get that done. And then... gain bulldoze. Okay, that works. You don't actually have to hit the, wanted posters. We don't want to take that graft upgrade. We do want to take this card upgrade. Ooh. I would rather have an extra card, I think, than a larger selection. And do we want any of this stuff? I don't think we need a second brainstorm. Fine, I'll give you an extra 144 shills if you finish the job. That comes to 289. You better not fail. That's pretty good. He was really not going to pay us very much before that. I feel like I was kind of getting stiffed. Which is especially harsh given how much I ended up paying to get that job done earlier. A motley of opportunists have gathered here looking for an honest day's work. Prices vary, but so does the skill. You see Cobb, the rogue Admiralty agent you were sent to look out for. He hasn't noticed you yet. So we do have a moment here where we can hire somebody, but let's be honest, I don't have enough money to hire anyone who's worth hiring. You find Cobb standing with the other hired meat at the beach. His furtive sideways glances and jumpiness have not found him any work so far today. Wow, that is deeper than I was expecting. Hey, you have work for me? I can't get down there. I'm affordable. You're Admiralty, aren't you? Don't you already have a job? What are you, internal corrections? What does it matter? The uniform is a feature, not a detriment. It means I can move with impunity. So are you hiring or not? Well, I mean, sure, I do have some work that needs doing. I'm looking for somebody. Sandrano. You think you could find him for me? Oh. Oh, no. No, sorry, I can't help you with that. Good, solid cover. Never got missing persons training, I see. Or, you see. Yeah. So, we could just fight him. He doesn't seem all that tough. Cobb will dislike you. I mean, we may as well try talking first, right? If the talking doesn't work, we'll always have the punch him option afterward. Clearly something's got you rattled. Talk to me. You know, maybe I should have asked him some questions first. I do feel like it's in character for our version of Sal not to do that, but maybe we should have. Alright, Mirrored Threaten is interesting. Twisted Bluster is fun. Unfortunately, it would be the rest of our turn, and I really do want to play Wide Deflection, because there's kind of a large chunk of damage coming in here. Yeah, we'll just go Lucid. Alright, and I guess there's no reason not to play Visionary Wind. Oh, right, that other card didn't... Yeah, never mind. That card didn't go to the thing because of how the rules on cards work. I was like, I have played 3 cards now, so this will get me an action back. Yeah, let's open with Free Brainstorm. Seems solid. Very happy with it, actually. So... 5 Composure, Bait, or Fluster. Jesus, this dude hits hard. Alright, let's do the Bait thing. Yeah, because otherwise I'm gonna get planted evidenced real bad here. Even so, I'm gonna take a lot of damage. So do we want to just... I like Dominant Bulldoze, but I don't think it's really very realistic. I think I'm just going to do Tactical Mind and then hope on the Overbear. Doesn't feel like a very good plan, honestly. Stone Fast Talk helps a little bit. Yeah, alright. I'm gonna do Tactical Mind into Stone Fast Talk. And just eat a whole bunch of damage here. But we can destroy that argument next turn at least. Well, you know, probably. Alright, let's get that established before we unstable. Because odds are pretty good that the card we draw is going to be red here. Okay. Spend a dominance to just blow up an opposing argument. That's exciting. Or we could Visionary Evil Eye the Tall Oppress and have a really good chance of getting where we're going with it. I like that. Oh. I evoked my Erupt at a moment when I was not expecting to. Well, that's a little awkward. And I can't do anything about this planted evidence. Am I going to be able to... Yeah, there's the thing that's in my... the thing that's in my discard pile is definitely not worth improvising for. Well, I guess let's Promoted Thinking. Show me... nothing, huh? Yeah, rough. There's not even really anything in my deck that's likely to... that's going to be able to save me. Alright, then... let's Incept 2 Wanted. We definitely want to do that. But I might want to save actually destroying them until after we've drawn and played the Bulldoze. So let's not target them just yet. And maybe I just go to the face with the Drain Resolve. I don't really want to Brainstorm here because we're already short actions. No, I probably boosted Low Blow. Let's just like get the damage out there. We have a long, long way to go. This is gonna hurt. Okay. Very compelling. So we definitely play Dominant Bulldoze. We also Hostile Instincts, and then we play our free Overbear. Alright. Big damage, and earn an action back. There we go. There we go. That was what we needed. Get the hell out of this negotiation. When it goes off big. It's just a matter of getting there, right? I don't think any of this is compelling. You're facing something down alone. It doesn't have to be that way. I'm here to help. Yeah, maybe you can help. And if you can't, well, maybe throwing you in his direction will buy me some time. Ominous, but I'm glad we've come to an agreement. And see, we even did it without making any new enemies. We are definitely going to have to resolve our next problem by punching it, though. Cobb leads you on a winding path through the forest, and you sharpen your wits as you walk, memorizing the twists and turns. At least you'll be able to find your way back easily enough. The trail is marked with with char and strange off-color stains you can't place. And here's that weird idol again. I don't like this at all. It's just up ahead. Hey, maybe you should go on without me, yeah? I don't know if I could do this. What, are you flaking out on me? I wouldn't wish a head-to-head confrontation with Sandrano on anybody. But you still don't get it. I don't think I can handle what he has to say. Not again. Listen, I need your arms, not your ears. Stuff them full of wad for all I care. If it gets real bad, I promise to start shrieking every work song I know. And we had a lot of them on the derrick. I'm gonna regret this. Definitely. I wasn't kidding when I said shrieking. Now let's go. We follow Cobb into a campsite. Everything looks in order, but there's a stink like blood and something you might find under a sewer grate. Hello, Sal. I've been expecting you. Is that so? You must have a good network for someone who's ghosted his whole faction. I feel Cobb's doubt as if it were my own. I let it grow to see what fruit the vine might yield. And here you are. I've spent enough time with the cult to know mumbo-jumbo when I hear it. Spare me your energies or whatever woo-woo you got spinning. And yet, more questions gather, perched at the tip of your mind. I'll let you ask them if you'd like, before it's too late. I am my own master, and whether you accept it or not, so are you. Talking to him is a bad idea. Right? That's the point that Cobb has been making. If I'm honest, I'm having a hard time not clicking this button because the suspense will drive me nuts. But I should not talk to him. Right? We could try to run Sandrano's followers off before we fight him. I think we should not talk to him. I think that Cobb has strongly implied that it's a really, really bad idea to talk to him. Let's try to run his people off, and again, if this doesn't work, we can always resort to fighting. And what about your followers, then? Are they their own masters? Okay, so... what did you do? Okay, you figured out a way to get some money out of him. Fine. Okay, and these are the markers for the followers. So... let's open with... who knows what we'll get out of this. These are all dominance spends. None of them are really any good. I guess I'll put this in my deck and maybe it'll be good later. And for right now, it's just a thing that does 3 damage. And then I'm gonna get the bulldoze down. And we're gonna just go for it. That was pretty bad. Hitting one of the very few green cards in our deck was pretty unlucky there. Sorry, I should totally be doing this. We have no idea who is actually dangerous among his people. We have enough damage to take this one down, so let's do that. And I guess I'll play the Brainstorm, why not? Bulldoze is so good. Like, we're getting so many free actions from it. Ooh, okay, what is this? Inserts baffled into my draw pile? Jesus, okay. This has gotten really ugly really quickly. Free promoted thinking. What do we got? I might need the boosted withdrawn. Like, we can't guarantee this is going to go to a place where it'll be useful. Yeah. I hate to do it that way, but I do think that that's necessary. So let's go... Let's play the boosted Caprice. Just show me something that does real damage. 1 bonus damage for every other hostility card in your hand. Maybe the worst time that we've ever had to draw something like this. Spend an influence to gain dominance. We definitely don't have any influence. Tall anger is fine, I guess? Yeah. Okay, so... Alright, that gets us some actions. Got some stuff to play with here. We definitely want to drain Resolve. There's no way for me to get even close to doing enough damage to break this. Yeah, there's not a lot we can do here to gain additional actions. Let's just get ourselves some composure. Sadly, we are not able to save Bort. So Bort's gonna break that before he goes down. I'm gonna start working on this thing. This thing's making it very hard to survive in this encounter. But maybe we just win around it, actually? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I know. Okay, that's a huge amount of terrifying intense and stuff. Visionary Wind, not any good just yet. We'll get there. Okay, the good news is Overbear is awesome in this situation, right? So... if we do a Tall Oppress... we might be able to get ourselves a dominance, maybe? Alright, I think we are... so I can't stop this, right? I can discard the intent, but the damage coming from this thing isn't an intent. I think I'm still going to go ahead and do the Flourish. Well, hold on. If I'm going to play Overbear, let's just play Overbear and see what happens, and I can play the Flourish afterward, right? Okay, additional action. And we maybe have enough... like, it's possible we'll be able to kill this. I'm gonna go for it. Come on, high roll. Okay, roll is pretty high. So now, yeah, now there's absolutely no reason to use that thing, right? We just wide deflection, stay tough, and then there's also... we could play this just to draw a card and hope that it's something that's actually worth laying down. You know what? I'm gonna do it. Okay, actually it was. Actually, it's pretty good. Do we have... we have some dominance right now. We have 2 dominance. So this will get up to 4 damage. So I'm going to take the mean instead, because we want to make sure that's not in that deck anymore. Alright, all of a sudden I'm feeling like I'm a little bit in charge. I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to put 12 damage together here. Is there any... there's not really any particular way this needs to be played. I do love to use Wanted, though, huh? Okay. We got there. I need to stop negotiating with people so much, but we got there. I'm sure we're going to have to fight with him now. Improve the damage or improve the healing? Honestly, our damage is not a problem. Attack a random opponent argument once for each... oh, I see. It just boosts the maximum damage. Or this one, which will draw you a ton of cards. Why would that... how is that a choice? A gain of 1 average damage just doesn't seem all that relevant, frankly. Do we want another Erupt? Like, they totally suck as things to draw. Once they're in your hand, you can't really do anything with them. But they are a lot of fun. What about your followers? Do they have free will? Will it be their choice to die when they stay and fight for you? You assume death is a consequence, when really it is a new beginning. We all play the cards we're dealt, and my hand has grown powerful. Perhaps Sandrano's followers weren't as confident in his teachings as he thought, though. They exercised their free will enough to slink into the trees, leaving Sandrano to stand alone. Great, then you won't be put out when I win. Alright, let's do it. Let's do the thing. He is 1 star when he is alone. And it says Sandrano dislikes you, but I mean, we all know how this is going to end, right? He's going for Bort. Can you imagine? What an asshole. This is awkward. I guess draw some cards, because my hand is actually kind of bad right now. Show me something of value. Alright. I guess we can apply some defense. I mean, we know that Bort is going to open by doing that move that gives him a ton of armor. He'll probably be fine. I was kind of hoping that we would draw more stuff to actually, like, use for fighting. I'm just going to play Shadow Mastery and pass, I guess. I don't even really want to play Stringer, because Gnarled Effigy. Yeah. I elected not to have it gain 1 HP, or not to have it gain 1 XP. Because I didn't want to take the damage. Okay. Vital Strikes. Scatter, discarding, Seeker, and Salve. Gives us some pretty good damage output. I didn't even look at his stuff. I have been told to kill this target, that's true. Okay, this seems easy enough. How about stabbing and then further stabbing? Yeah, yep, fight's over. You know, Bort's got it under control. Oh, I didn't even get the choice of executing him. He bled to death. Well, we all know that I would have, right? Alright, a little bit of resolve back. And we got his letter opener, which seems fine. Okay, Scatter that lets you discard more cards, or Scatter that has you draw first. I think I like Scatter that has you draw first. 3 temporary power is not nothing, of course, but I just want to be cycling through my deck as quickly as possible all of the time. If this is discarded, insert a Blade Flash into your hand. That's kind of cool. For the rest of your turn, gain defense equal to the amount of bleed you apply. Yeah, I like Spare Blades. I think that's a neat one. There are so many cards in our deck right now. Never mind. We should probably not make that any larger. Sandrano is dead. Despite his conviction, you don't see him coming back to life anytime soon. Alright, Cobb. That wasn't so bad. What exactly was it that blew your mind so much, anyway? What, you're just gonna learn that the only person responsible for your own happiness is yourself and shrug it off like it's no big deal? Huh. You know, that is a bummer. Still, if I have agency, then I choose to still blame others when I feel like it. You know, as a treat. Whoa, whoa! So you're saying I can choose to continue living my life just the way I did before this all happened? Yeah, that's free will, bud. I need to have a think. Cobb staggers off into the camp, massaging his temples. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot to take in. Alright, you know what? This is running a little bit long, so I think, actually, I'm going to go ahead and call this episode here. I know this wasn't a full day, but it's not even nighttime yet. It turns out we have a lot more to go. So, that's going to be it for us for today. When you come back next time on Monday, we'll try to play through the rest of Day 4, and then we'll see about this great big auction. And we'll see you then.